Okay, so you got COSM here. That's getting a nice higher lows. We just need a next new higher high. Remember, we don't want to see this thing going below 115. If it does, then you got the 200. I still think overall, with it being number one gainer and already traded 31 million volume, I think this is pretty promising here. NQ, this is getting a little bit of a bounce off from this line at the new low, but it is still making lower highs. This downtrend is it's its enemy here, so you can clearly see that buyers. I mean, this looked like it was going to reverse right here. It was the first green candle, but unfortunately, just didn't have enough sauce, and then just continued red candles after red candles. So what does that mean? Yeah, you're gonna have to be more cautious on the bullish trades, meaning the long trades right now. You're gonna have to wait until we start seeing that reversal out of this downtrend line. So, you know, make sure you guys are being aware of that. And we also remember had this death cross as well. So relatively that's bearish. But the good thing about the bullishness here, I like the RSI here. It's nice and low. So we're getting to a good opportunity for the bulls. But like I said, I want to make sure that everything else is confirmed on the reversal. Now, going down the list, COSM, again, it just looks a little choppy here right now. Overall morning, this is Friday, so the slowest trade of the week usually, especially for small caps. You got Lucy, super nice here. We got a big new high today, up to 60 cents right now, Lucy. So 44 to 60 here right now. Lucy looking great. So Lucy's trying to take over the number one gainer above. Now is number one gainer now on Lucy. What do you know? Gal with no news, just taking over the throne here this morning. Lucy Goosey. Okay, so it looks like right now NQ is still dropping down. Most likely seems like it's gonna want to get that deviation 2 line. Okay, Lucy. I have a line next all the way up to this 68 or so. Okay, looks like NQ. We'll see if it's going to be able to reverse out of this downtrend line there. Okay, it's popping up on NQ nicely there. Got the 14 EMA at 20,085, so that's going to be a little bit of resistance. MLGO also making some noise. NQ just hit 14 EMA. MLGO re-breaking that 1815 again. Lucy right now is our #1 play still. GOVX looks like some of you guys are talking about it in the chat. Nice pop. VWAP is at the 408, so that's holding up nicely. So this is our first big green candle here of the in a while on NQ, you can see here. So we are getting that pop into the 14 EMA. Let's see if it will try to go for a bit more or not. That's a pretty huge pop there. We got 44 seconds till the next 5-minute candle on NQ. I want to turn my attention on MLGO a little bit while Lucy's pulling back. You still have the 10 and 25 EMA that is riding on out there. Hey, MLGO from our 1815 looking good here, guys. And we're hitting our target mark. Okay, looking great. I mean, MLGO has just been grinding on up at day to day. MLGO, nice pop. Like I said, we need to keep this on watch all times. Big $20 resistance here at MLGO. So I think we got what we wanted. COSM looks like it's going to get halted down. It is testing 200 EMA. So just make sure you guys are keeping that in mind. Okay, COSM is still now halted down, right? Officially. I would watch Lucy for a VWAP roll here at 58 again. So you want to see a nice candle break here at 58. Right now it's a little bit of a wait for the confirmation, and then we should be able to get a nice pop back up on Lucy if we can get that candle break above this 58 line there. NQ is getting a reversal now. We are hitting on up to the VWAP now. Okay, NQ is still very, very nice here, folks. Should try to go all the way up to the pink deadline. Looks like it's on a good above VWAP, so it's on a good roll. Okay. Obviously expecting a little bit of pullback into the 50 EMA there on the 5. Okay, Lucy, so far so good, looking great. Keep your eyes on CMND. Let's see. MLGO looking for a 1910 break next, or excuse me, 1917 break. So let me type it off for you guys. MLGO 1917 next candle break line. So if you're interested in that one, keep an eye on that. And then you have I mean, for my GOVX fans, you got the VWAP right now testing. So if we want to see more, personally, my candle break line would be the 425. So if it can do that, then I'll be more interested in that area for a continued pop. But let's just keep an eye on that line there. 425 is a little bit resistant, so you need to wait for that candle break on GOVX. Lucy, we just hit what I wanted for now. But it's got a little bit of double top at that 61 cent mark. So 58, 59, 60, 60. Hopefully Lucy right now can continue to hold that 25. If not, we're going to make one more lower low here because it's made a lower high. And you're going to have to look for that area here to test one more time at the VWAP. So we'll see. Okay, NQ is still blowing up, right? We are coming on up. I have a old trend line here coming up around this level. So let's keep an eye on this area. That's going to be a strong resistance.
BTAI, BTAI, COSM. AMLS. AMLS. RCKG. DAKG. RCKG. SNDR. CLRB. VIN. NRGY. HUYA. Allen. DMMT.
You got a little new have the CMND. Let's see. It's coming back up. Top third gainer here. So we got CMND, fellas. So CMND here at the 180 break, we got that alert from earlier. 180 finally breaking now. Remember, 180 to $2 was what we said during our watch list time, and it's coming on up. That's where the next line is here that I have. Trade line to line. That's money making opportunities. Okay. If you're struggling with locking in gains consistently, this is what you need to do. You need to start practicing locking in the smaller price target levels, guys. Too many of you guys are trying to aim for the big dollar runs only to not get filled and then you just let it all the way just drop back down, play the average down game. And then next thing you know, you're losing so much money. So much better to just lock in the smaller gains, get that confidence up by being consistent. And then after that, guess what? Your account is bigger. So now that allows you to give yourself a bit bigger position on some of the ones that you're really confident in, right? Otherwise, you have no business. You don't have the luxury to do so because you haven't proven yourself yet being able to lock in those gains. So right now, CMND from 180 to $2. That's a good target to go for. It's getting extended. If $2 becomes support, then you can try with a tight stop. Right now, this is not where you want to be buying into $2. All right. So let's be smart. If you are a fan of GOVX, you're looking good there. Okay, the 425, right? Why? Because that's the candle break line. You can look back at the Heikin Ashi right at the time of the 941. That's how I got it. That's a doji line before that pulled back down between the 10 and 25 EMA. Okay, so let me pull out GOVX here. 425 now is your what? Support. Okay, we got a new spike, 425 break to a new high today. We got into the 450. That's what we wanted every 25 cents, right? We got more than I think it was like what is that exact high today? We got into the 454. Now we need to hold 425. If 425 breaks, cracks, then you have a little bit of wick into the VWAP and 10 EMA. So this is what I'm talking about. Trading is an art. You have to understand it can't be an exact tight, like that's how you get stopped out. So you have to kind of, be able to see that, hey, you know what, we're getting little wicks here, little wicks here. Now it's definitely got a bigger drop. So, you know, in this case, you had to have a little bit of a stop here right now. What happened? Traders locked in and then it got stopped out now. So GOVX, what do you have to do now? You have to look for a rebreak of 425. You missed it again. Going down the list one more time, Lucy. I think Lucy still has potential because it didn't make a lower low yet, right? It made a lower high, but like I said, that VWAP level support here at this line is still holding. So it's got one more shot to get back above 58, break out of the downtrend line, and then have a line all the way up to 68 cents. After that, you got the next line to the next line, right? So we can talk about that, those bigger lines after we break the next lines. COSM, let's see this one. I think it was halted down. It's not a low float, it's a mid float stock. So it's going to be tough to see a little spike back up like that. But, you know, you can always keep an eye on that VWAP roll. So look at all the stocks that are currently below VWAP, where GOVX is not below VWAP, COSM below VWAP, Lucy below VWAP. The only stock that is still above VWAP or testing right now is MLGO at the moment that I see now. So if I missed anything, look for the names that are currently above VWAP, or if it's kind of nearby VWAP, you got to look for that VWAP roll for another spike. So right now, MLGO is here at the VWAP, and we want to see the VWAP roll here one more time to see if it's going to be able to pierce through above 20 bucks. Obviously, $20 being a big whole number resistance line. So. Got a little wick into this line right here. We got that 1866 line here. We got to get that nice breakout here because we got a wick here earlier, wick, rejection, rejection, rejection. So if we can get a solid breakout here, uppercut punch there, then you got a great shot at the 20 plus here. But it's looking like shorts are trying to take this back down. This cracks. You got this area of support here again. NQ, I mean, I think we got our pink deadline. Like I said, you know, you got the pink deadline here, and the Bears got theirs, and the Bulls gonna want their pink deadline. The Bears didn't quite get the Dev 2 line. It was pretty close, so you know you could probably look for the same thing here, somewhere halfway between that pink Dev to Dev 2 line. We got a few seconds here before the next 5-minute candle, so I would wait for the next candle instead. It is RSI is still fine, but it's getting a little extended towards that pink deadline. Okay, so still pretty relatively healthy candle, but let me adjust this trend line here because it's kind of stepping out. Don't get greedy on Fridays, guys. Fridays, you just want to do your best to just say enough is enough, and then just try to just take small green. Okay, if you can, because you don't want to go into the weekend with a red, and then you want to go into the weekend in the green and then start fresh on the next week. Don't get caught holding a bag into the weekend. The worst thing you can do as a trader. Okay, back to CMND real quick. We want to see that $2 whole dollar shuffle today on CMND. So CMND, $2 whole dollar shuffle. I would watch out for that lower high here on NQ if we can't. We need to make another higher high here on NQ. You don't want to see the lower high here, so I'm gonna draw here. It needs to push through and then touch it one more time up here. I think it can get up towards this line here if we can successfully hold back above this 2130 line. Actually, even if it comes down to eight, as long as it's holding above this line here, 21, like 2118, 20,120 area. Because it's just building higher lows. So you want to make sure the candles are continuously making higher lows and higher highs, right? So when you're seeing something like this, it's just not smart to go ahead and start shorting here because just because it looks like it's starting to wedge out, you need to wait for the full body to wedge out. Right now, look at the pattern here. Every time these candlesticks are popping, it's opening above halfway in the middle of these previous candles. Okay, it is getting a little bit up there, so you do need to time it very wisely here, and then you can get a nice short once this gets extended here. Okay, just got a fat rejection at that 2144 line there.
BMPL.
Breaks through that, then 20,160, 20,145 breaks. Okay, right now we got one. So $4 shuffle means what? You let it kind of break above two first and then pull back down. And then second time you want to see that $2 break to a nice $2 full break out there. Kind of like similar to the VWAP roll, okay? So right now the 10 EMA is still holding nicely. We'll see if it gets another new high today because it's higher lows and higher highs again.
SS.
Okay, CMND coming on up. We got 230 up, Paul. $2.30 up, Paul, still. Okay, and Q coming up to that the deviation 2 line now. That's going to be big resistance. That's where you want to sell into here because shorts are also trying to pile up there. If you look at the 15-minute chart, that's also pink dev to pink dev on the 15-minute chart here. Same thing. So that's a big resistance line that you want to go and sell, and then if you want to flip it short, it's up to you. But yeah, right now that was a big area that you want to sell off into there. So that's what I'm talking about. You want to wait for that timing here, and you know, because if you ended up shorting here thinking this is good enough, you just got whacked up 20-30 points there. So not smart. You want to wait and be a bit patient. All right, CMND, we really got to get above $2 here, guys. We got to go. This candle needs to go. This candle needs to go. We got a new high of day. We got to take advantage of this new high of day and solidify support above $2 now. 232, they're raising it up. Let's get the momentum coming in here further. Now you got to make sure $2 is your nice support. Now we got 210. I like that. I need to adjust this line here real quick. Okay, 235. They're raising up the bar here on CMND. I love it. Like it. Yeah, this rate CMND, you got this breaking on the 15-minute area on the pink deadline. Then next line is 20,213 line there to 220. So looks like it's still trying to go, but I would now wait till the next candle here. You still got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
LVPH, GFS, LVPH. BMBL.
Wow, massive candle here on AQ.
Northeast. Basic, CUTR.
Okay. 20,220 just hit.
RPI. CATR. ARS. ATTN. RCPT. 6. GFS.
Got the deviation 2 line all the way up to 20,042.42 there on NQ.
One. One. Jungle. SSD. CATR. 6. 5. CATR.
Okay, in the meantime, CMND, we're waiting. You got a 243 uphold. You got a nice $2 support, so that's great. You want to see this continuation. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this line for now. Again, like I said, don't be shorting, guys. This is lots of green candles. Don't go against it. This is where, again, same thing here. When you're on a downtrend, stick to just shorts. And then when you're uptrending, stick to the long trace here. CMND, we're looking great. 245 up halt now. I got a line coming up. If you want to see this line here, get some off at 224, 225 area. Not a bad area there. That's going to be the next area of resistance.
C1. SO. SSD. Yes. CAPR. Fancy. Here. Okay.
Hey, we're coming on up. Right up there on AQ, man. This thing is nuts. Let's get a solid pullback here.
So. Yes. Exactly. UNCY. And HMI. Fantastic. RBSB. RNA. Case. RBS. RBS. ASTR.
Hey, nice higher lows and higher highs. The only thing is getting extended here, guys. Just kind of picture it, right? If you just kind of draw yourselves an imaginary line, we're kind of getting up there. So, like I said, go ahead and lock something, majority of your shares, and then you can always just hold some of them, but make sure you don't, see this thing cracking back below $2 here. In the meantime, not too shabby, It's a little bit better than I expected today for a Friday, but nothing crazy. Um, Let me go down the list here. We got the MLGL that hit target. We had a let's see what's going on with ASNS here. ASNS, it's kind of dead for sure. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get 186 break today. So I'm probably gonna retract that. Let's clean up some of these plays that I'm not interested in. So I don't care for ASNS. There was a play alert for OPTT 26, and let's see where's that at now. Thank you. Still higher lows and higher highs. We're not seeing. I would wait for the next, wait for that red candle start to form, man. It's just nonstop. Uh, OPTT. It was a play for 26. Yeah, we're not gonna get 26 cents. I'm not gonna wait till 26 cents. So gonna retract that one as well. Okay, and then you had the ECDA for 170. Let's see that one. ECDA, what is that one there? Yeah, no, I don't think we're gonna get that either. Yeah, no, we're not gonna get that either. So retracting that one. Lucy. Lucy was nice. Let's yeah, 58. Yeah, Lucy was good. It's just making lower highs and lower lows as we said. NQ still making higher lows and higher highs. And GOVX we've already completed 425, 450. So yeah, at the moment we are all cleaned up here on the plays. I'm gonna wait for some fresh names now or fresh new areas to look for. Okay, we got about 17 minutes till our 10:30 stretch break. So MLGO check, CLSN, Lucy, CMND, Lucy, GOVX. CMND is my favorite at the moment since it's still holding above $2, and now we got 255 all pull. So CMND top play at the moment. 255 all pull. Okay. The only thing is you have to keep in mind it's just getting up there. Very strong resistance at 225 line there. 225 strong resistance, I'll tell you that.
SSB. BAKT, MNMD, ZH. KN. SBFM, ASAM. WRB1. Form. ACMR, STTK. Clear.
And Q just nonstop. Nonstop markets green, 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 up 223 points on NQ here this morning. It's just insane how much this thing is just continuously asking for.
NATL, GFS. MNMD.
Yeah, shorts are definitely fried today. Unfortunately, if you shorted this whole time, there's no accounts that could survive this unless you're just gonna risk it all the way with all your bankroll, but that's never smart. So
RCKT. LBPH. LBPH.
goodness gracious, man. Okay, I think CMND, we're starting to we really need to start figuring out this 10 EMA. If 10 EMA cracks, I mean shorts are gonna want to jump on this thing. GOVX is starting to get back above VWAP, coming up to VWAP, so I will watch GOVX again. And the same 425 area. So GOVX approaching VWAP. Now keep in mind on Fridays, I do enjoy more shorting just because if you think about it, small caps, these companies are not releasing really hot press releases because they know that not many has active traders on Friday, so they take advantage to post this nice news on those days that are more active. So a lot of sell-offs are going to happen anyways. No one's going to hold these trash penny stocks into the weekend. So, the usual drill is if you know most people are going to dump, why don't you short it and get a nice continued room to run all the way down into after hours as well. Something that I used to do all the time, not as much because now I'm just not like too crazy about making extra, staying around. The time is more valuable to me now. So I think in the beginning we had to sacrifice time for the money, right? And then now it just changes over time. So you just need to know your situation and there's seasons in your life. Like if you're in the grind season, then you better, sit there and try to squeeze as much as you can. But now you don't need to be doing that. Some of you guys, well, yeah, you need to bust those hours. And so CMD, what happened? Well, like I said, 225 strong resistance. I mean, there's just not a whole lot of room to run. So what are you gonna do? I mean, start locating shares, or I would already have located the shares, and as it was already starting to wedge out here, that's where you go ahead and add more short if you already haven't. So we're all tumbling down finally. The only thing we got to really crack next is the VWAP, and then we can see this thing going all the way down. Realistically, where do we first start? I think it was like this 164 line, right? That's wait, was it always 180 on CMND today? Was there 164? I thought there was 164 play. 180. No, there was only one. I guess 164 was the old line that I preferred to go in at earlier, but as long as it's still holding though, they might give it one more try here on CME. So if you're shorting this, you want to see this VWAP crack next. Very nice pullback there on NQ. Goodness gracious, that's a big pullback. CRKN making some new high day noise. Let's take a look at that real quick.
CRKN. CRKN, SSC, CRKN, RKN, CRKN,
It's kind of a cute pattern there on a CRKN. So I like that price range stock, $5 coming up to $6.
The edge.
So GOVX below VWAP, COSM below VWAP, Lucy below VWAP. Only thing that's still holding above VWAP is what? CMND. So that's why CMND still has more potential than any of these other names.
RNG. SSE.
ECDAs, yeah, holding 10 EMA, just a little bit hair below VWAP. On my end, it's not quite above VWAP yet, my man. It got rejected into the VWAP on ECDA. So not really too sure about what you're seeing on your end, but ECDA is not above VWAP right now. It's just got rejected into the VWAP. So we're watching to see if it's going to get a VWAP roll. Yeah. Not looking too good.
GTM. GTN. AISP. GLNG. STTK. 4. SSB. DMAX, RNG. HUYA. DAVA. ASAN. Wait, no, SMTC. SRCL. MMMT. GLNG. STTK. BMBL. KC. VIN. BSN. CBRL. CH. KC. WRBY. HUYA. RNG. SMTC. SNDR. SNDR. HB. TAVA. NUW. NUW. GLNG. SSDH.
Hey, I want to figure out what we want to do next week because we got the 4th of July where the market's closed, right? So, from my memories, I thought, maybe it was obviously times changed, but pretty sure we took off Thursday and Fridays. But I want to ask you guys, I know Wednesday we have an early close. So usually early closes are pretty slow. Do you guys want to take off Wednesday and Thursday and then come back on that Friday? Let me hear your thoughts. What are your plans? Do you guys want to be here on that early close? Or which one do we want to do? Thursday's close, and then usually the next day after Friday is going to be really slow, but it's kind of odd how we have an early close the day before July 4th. I thought from my memory, I thought it was always after, but okay. So what we'll do is we'll just trade Monday through Wednesday and then take off Thursday and Friday. Either that or we can do just trade through Monday through Wednesday and then trade on Friday. Does that make sense? So either we take off on Wednesday and Thursday and trade on Friday, or trade Wednesday and then call it. So what's better for you guys? Because I know like early close and the holiday after is gonna be really slow. Like we're gonna be watching paint dry. So is it better to just take off Thursday and Friday? That way you have a long weekend. Right? That makes more sense. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, trade. Wednesday we have an early close. Thursday market close. We won't be here. Friday we won't be here. Take the weekend. Come back the following Monday. Yeah. I think a lot of traders are gonna be taking off Friday as well. They're gonna take advantage of the 4th of July, that full long weekend. A lot of people are taking off as well. So yeah, let's plan on next Thursday and Friday off as obviously Thursday, 4th of July, Friday off. So we'll trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Next Thursday and Friday we'll be off. So that's gonna be the plan then. Sounds good to me.
SSDH, GLNG.
Hmm.
WRBY. BTA. GTN. AIS.
Okay, looks like Lucy's coming back up. Let's double check here. Okay, yeah, I like that 55 line there, or 54 actually.
Right. FTRE.
All right, guys. So we got 3 minutes till the stretch break, and I'm gonna take a break here in 3 minutes. But watch this 54 cent line here on Lucy. I like that. Like nice. If we can get a break out there, that's a reversal out of the downtrend line area there. I like that area. Okay, testing VWAP and then VWAP roll to the 54 candle break, and then you got 67 up off of that. Okay, so Lucy 0.67 up halt. So if we can smash it up here, that would be great.
Riley. Chatien. ABTL, ATEX, MRBL. ASNS, MATL, FIT. FTRE.
Okay, it's testing that trend line now on NQ, going down nicely.
FIT. ATEX, ATEX. Biome. AQST. KN, Riley, GTN, OIM.
We're trying here, guys, on 54. We got to close now. 54, we get the next spike on up. That would be great. 68 up halt. All right, gotta take a quick stretch break. Be right back. If you're waiting for that 54, be on watch. Right now, we have to close above 54, and we'll see the magic happen. All right. Talk to you guys here in about 10 minutes here for 11 a.m. Ripper dip time, 20 minutes. All right, guys, looking good. Good here, Lucy. So 58 now. Next resistance to break. And then we should be good. Sky high. And Q obviously has been a very nice short here as I hit my line at 20,270 and then this trend line cracked. And we're testing now the 14 EMA, which is a good area to look for support. That cracks, and we will continue to sewer down nicely.
RCT, ATEX. BINC, ATEX. Arrow. ALCS.
All right, fellas. Hopefully you guys are looking good here. Lucy, now you can use 58 as support. 58 now support. That's great. Great news. That's good. Support higher lows and higher highs. Great. 72-cent up pulp now showing NQ still draining down the toilet.
Neighbor.
Yeah, much needed pullback here. Just let it keep on sewering down. $0.60 is going to be the little bit of resistance there next. Because it's getting a little extended from here. So it needs a little bit of pullback. Let's go draw a trend line here. As long as we're holding this trend line, we should be good.
Arrow. Neighbor. Alto. RNC. LGN. LE. ALRN. Fuck. Yes. 9.
Okay, 58 is support, as you know, and Lucy, we got 16 minutes till 11 a.m. for dip time. Got a little bit of a nice bounce off the 14 EMA on NQ. Right now, my favorite is still Lucy, guys. I am still going at it here. I'd like to see that high of daybreak today, and we get to 68. That would be lovely. As long as we're, building this nice higher lows.
FFWFBINC.
I'm gonna put a label line at 20,200 here on NQ because I wanted to see this thing making sure we stay below 20,200 for a continued nice short.
Right, NATL.
Come on, let me try to get it to 20,000 or whatever. Somewhere around. Let's see. Okay, Lucy, still nice higher lows. Okay, you got a nice doji and a flat green here. That's showing good signs, healthy. We got to push up here. Got 74-cent up, Paul. Once again, 58 cent is the support, so pay attention. BRKL, SNDR, SNDR, as long as we hold above 58 today, I want that 68-cent line to hit today. At least within my time frame here at 11 a.m. Testing 58 again. We're starting to look like it's cracking here. We got to bounce off that 25. There's a little bit of a needed pullback just because of that huge upper wick there. Got definitely extended. So we need a little cool off again, and then still solidify back above 58 again, and then Yeah.
SK, SK. Right. Win. Double Rich. FTRE. RL.
All right. So Lucy for now, the trend crack. We're gonna have to wait for 58 cents to re-break later. But it was a good run here while it lasted. Unfortunately, we just needed a little bit more for that new high today. But like I said, it's still holding up good. Still holding up fine. So I don't really have any interest in anything else just because CMMD is below VWAP, which could do a VWAP roll later. COSM below VWAP, CRKN below VWAP. So I think your best bet for just Fast Money Friday is Lucy today. Wait for the 58 cent re-break, get it back above the downtrend line here from this area, and then we should be seeing a nice little move up higher. So 9 more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day here. MTG seems like you're new, but I only trade 1 minute on the momentum here. I always use 1 minute. Yeah. Sounds like I always 1 minute. I always use 1 minute. Uh Obviously I'll look at the daily chart and stuff to look at, the history. But no, I don't really use a 5 minute chart for penny stocks. Mm-mm. It's because small caps like they move fast, like you're getting in, getting out, scalping, and you're letting go some shares. I don't need the 5 minutes for that. NQ, very nice for I love it for the 5 minutes. Um I think 1 minute chart works fine as well on NQ. I just think a 5 minute chart is better just because it gives you a better because just has a better range. You don't have to worry about offerings and like looking at the level two so much, at least from my experience, and it's just really mainly just using trend lines and your EMAs and your deviation, like your indicators. That's really how I just you know trade on the NQ, and that's just what I like. NQ, just let it keep dropping. We're on a very nice, crack, so I like it.
FLG. Giants. RL.
It comes down to the VWAP. Watch that VWAP 50 EMA strong support line there for NQ. It's going to be an area that traders are going to be watching for a potential bounce. This line right here.
Nice.
This is where, again, the same thing in small caps, you know, when you have VWAP and another EMA together, they're known to be a great, pretty strong support level. So you could see if that's gonna bounce here a little bit. And then you want to wait for the next candle if you want to continue short. That's, at least that's how I like to do it. Well, there's a new candle there again, but yeah, let's see. It's gonna try to hold out this line here, and it's gonna try to bounce back up a little bit to this line here, I'd say 21 SMA. But the longer, you know, it's a bounce here. It's on a bearish trend, so you know, obviously, you know, your ability to make on the long side is gonna have to be relatively quick. But yeah, you see how it's bouncing off that line there. And then it's still making lower highs, and expect the next time it cracks that, we're gonna see this thing going all the way down back to where we started. Probably between the pink dev and the deviation 2 line will be nice. But right now, at the moment, if you look at the chart here, we are holding out this area right now at the moment. So I would wait personally for the next candle for the bigger drop, but okay, well, back to small caps real quick. CMND has been a good trade today, but as you guys saw, the shorts have entered here, which again, you don't have to short to, you know, what's great is you still want to have that that knowledge, so that way you can, as a bull, know when to start exiting, right? So when you're like, man, you know, a lot of shorts are probably going to start entering here soon, and there's not a whole lot of meat on the bone left for me, I'm going to start bailing out, so to speak, etc., right? And then you get out and you save yourself from having this fall. A lot of the rookies right now, they're still holding after being in here at $2, or even maybe they FOMO'd in here. But you have to understand, every trader out there, they have a different agenda, because their price entry is different. So now they're praying on their knees now that this 180 holds. Or the smart ones, they just comfortably been buying at 180 and then just scalp into the VWAP. That's just what's been going on. 180 bounces the VWAP, and now VWAP keeps getting rejected. So you're taking a small scalp here. Now you have to have a tight stop. You don't want to see this thing going below that previous 178. So probably have a 177 stop. You know, then it's over. Otherwise, and that's going to go all the way down. Once, so you're saving yourself. That's why you guys have gotta have a protection plan there. 50 may crack, so we're going all the way down here to near that 200 pink deadline there. Yeah, the VWAP. So bounce off the 200, probably sell off into VWAP again, unless VWAP gets a VWAP roll. But I'm gonna start wrapping up my day here, guys. And you know, just reset for the weekend before the next week. Make sure you guys review your trades. I'm gonna upload all the past videos for those that may have missed some of the live sessions on YouTube on our live recordings. I'm a few days behind, so go ahead and get that uploaded so you guys can watch it over the weekend. And catch up on some days that you guys may have missed. But other than that, I appreciate everybody tuning in this morning, and hopefully you guys learned something new. If not, then there's always next week. But thanks. Have a great weekend, everybody. God bless you all. Green Hornet. Yeah, next week we're taking off Thursday and Friday. So Monday through Wednesday, we will be on trading. All right. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and feel free to message me, and we'll take it from there. Take care, everybody.